This is a video about some nice books about the moon. Moon is an easy target when you get a telescope. This is the first target you can look at. Is available most of the times, even sometimes during the daylight. And when you want to look at it, it's easy to find it with a telescope. As you know, when you get a telescope, the most difficult thing is to find something with it, aiming it at an object. So, books about the moon are numerous. I have a few of them. I will tell you which one of them are the best if you're, starting just in the astronomy and having received your new telescope. All of these books, some of them are really more in detail, like this series of 3 books, and there is another one also by John Moore, self-published. You can buy it from I think Amazon. This is very detailed, and also Luna Cognita is very detailed, a little bit complex to use, but it could have been, the paging of it is a bit difficult, but is an ultimate guide for the moon if you want. Of course, it doesn't include the latest discoveries and doesn't have that. The easy source for going and observe the moon, the most recent one, is this Moon Gazing. I recommend this book if you want to really an up-to-date, really good book with a lot of maps. This is the book to choose. That's beautiful maps, easy to use, lightweight, and nice. The next one which I recommend to get if you can find it is this concise guide in color, Moon, Mars and Venus by this famous Antonin Rukl. And these are nice maps of the moon. The bigger book of it exists also. That's out of print, and if you find it anything under £40, that's a real bargain. Above that, that's the usual price of it. This book, I got it for £1-2, probably less than £1. So I bought 2 of this, and you can use it with anything. It's really good guide in detail. And the next book that I recommend if you want to get a good source is A Field Guide to the Stars and Planets by Donald Menzel. This is a book from 1960s. Donald Menzel was the consultant to many of the US presidents. This book was fascinating for me when I was a kid. You could see the image of the stars, and at the same time on the image, on the negative image, you can see that they have superimposed all the names and the constellations and the names of the stars and deep sky objects. This is the ultimate guide if you want. But what was fascinating for me is this moon section of it, which had the moon in the real by a telescope and the negative image of it superimposed on it the names of the craters and the features. This is a really good. You can get it for less than £2 sometimes. Get this one. This is a comprehensive guide if you start and just use a telescope. This is a really good book. And there are many different versions of it, also hardback and softback. And I recommend that one. The third source I highly recommend is this Rise Atlas Mond. It is in German. Doesn't matter. The German names are the same as the international names. It's published by Oculum, which is a publisher in the EU, in Germany, and I think Bresser.com or Telescope Service, Telescope with K. They sell it also in the, or you can go to the website of the Oculum, and you will find it. This is the really good book. First of all, it has a guide. It is waterproof, almost waterproof. I don't recommend to take it to the pool with you, but it's relatively waterproof. What it has segmented the lunar disk into sections. Then, for example, you want to go to see number 16. Let's go and see what is number 16. The map is there, enlarged, and you can see Apennine Mountains, Apollo 15 landing site, And then there is details here. You don't need more than a few words in the German to know what is it. But anyway, it's very clear, 240 kilometers. The name of it is Mare Veprum. These are Latin names, so everywhere the same. Longitude and latitude on the moon. You can see there qual, I don't know what that means, probably quadrangle. But the main thing is this feature here. And these are also tiny photographs. This book is out of print. If you can find it, you are lucky. Get it. Get it, even if you can get two of it. But if you don't get two, that would be kind of you to let others also have. The another one, similar to this from Oculum, again in German, is this book. Less detailed, in my opinion, than the other one. And less useful, but beautiful images. Nothing compares to these German, French books, if you can find, these kind of books. And another source that I recommend is Atlas of the Moon. This is also a good 21st century Atlas of the Moon by Charles A. Wood and Maurice J.S. Collins. This is also a good source. It has the same features as that one. You have a atlas here which shows you the quadrangles, near side, and everything on it. Then you go to the page, and on that page, this is of course in English again, you can see the details that is named on the moon. I like that. And then some comments about the different features you can see on that part. For example, Aristarchus Plateau. You can see different parts of it here. This feature, this mountain here, ridge, is now enlarged in this one. So really useful. And this is the cobra's head and the snake in part, Shortinger Valley, I think. Shorter's Valley, yeah. This is also a good book. You find it a lot. It's published in America, West Virginia University Press. $30. Anything around that price to up to £30, I recommend you get it. The next best thing you can have is a lunar globe. If you can't find secondhand, that's all right, in the YouTube or Facebook or anywhere anybody's selling them. And about this one from the Korea, South Korea, on the eBay. And it comes with a beautiful large map, and this map also comes with it a pen, marker pen, and a guide about how to use it. A marker pen because you can actually mark on this. There are two versions of this with the names in Korean and English. I wanted without any writing, so I chose this one, which is really detailed. Look at the Mare Orientale. So it comes with this lovely map. It comes in a big box. I bought it for £80, but with the delivery, everything became £110 or something like that, or £130. I don't remember exactly. Anyway, that is good. That's 30 centimeters. They have for the moon also. Sorry, for the Mars also can get that, and I think for a few other planets like Mercury or probably Pluto. Anyway. And this is good. It turns around. You can do everything with it. I don't recommend writing on it, but it's beautiful having it with you in your, even for a display. Hatfield Photographic Atlas. If you can find it, I bought it for £10 or less than £10, £6-8, something like that, in the second-hand bookshop. Good, but very old and dated now. We have, as you see, we have better guides with the actual, this kind of naming of the lunar features is very outdated. Difficult even to identify anything with it. But anyway, it's a book. If you can find it very cheap, get it also. A portfolio of lunar drawings that gives you an idea how to can make lunar drawings. I don't recommend it if you are not really advanced in this or you're not interested in drawing it. You can use your mobile phone to photograph the moon. I've done a lot, really good results. And Lunar Atlas is also good. Dinsmore Alter. Let me show you. But finding it in a good condition is difficult. Also, it's a very weird way of presenting the thing. You don't find your way around easy. Where is on the moon is this going to describe? And there is no explanation on the images what you are seeing. So it's by Dover. So if you find a second-hand cheap, really get it. But otherwise, no. Another book is the Atlas of the Lunar Terminator, out of print, Cambridge University Press. Probably you will use it visually when you're observing, for example, the very early crescent moon. That's useful, all those ones. The CCD images that you see here are belonging to the 1980s, so they're quite outdated. But if you can find it at a good price, just buy it. I bought it around £40, I think, or something like that. The books of the moon, On the Moon, by Patrick Moore, and The Moon by How to Observe It by Peter Grego also is good. There's a French book also. I don't have it here. I'll have to bring it next time. That is also good. That's a French book also, but it's written translated in English. This book, The Moon, by Michael Karlovich, is a beautiful, pretty book. You know, it has lots of lovely images. It's nice to look at these images and enjoy it. You know, different cultural aspects of the moon also. This is nice, very cheap. You can get it for probably as little as £2-3. And the next one, which is I really recommend it, I love it. The Full Moon is the How the Human Explored the Moon. And as you can go through this book, paging through it, all these archived images of the Apollo are here. You can open them. Let me tell you a secret. I have bought several copies of this book. There's a large version of it. I got the large version also. First one was the large version, and you can frame this, cut some of the images and frame them. Beautiful thing to frame, and it is really good. It is really nice. It has a lot of information. Every picture you see here also has a caption at the end. In the larger version, the caption comes with the explanation under it. In this one, it's a tiny caption at the end, as you can see here, without the image, relevant image. So, really nice book. Pretty book, very cheap. You can get it now very cheap because people are selling it a lot. It's mostly, you know, as a coffee table book, as we call it. And so these are some of the nice, pretty books nice books that you can use. Very good for observing some of them. Some of them are nice to have it on the table. The globe is essential. If you can find the globe, that is really good. Gives you a 3D idea of what is on the moon. Doesn't matter how old it is, they're all good. And this book also, I forgot to mention, this is also a good book. Expensive if you want to buy it. But I don't recommend it if you just, is your first book. If you find it cheap, get it. Otherwise, don't bother, because there are better books than this. The difference between this book and the other books is that some of the pages of it has an overlay. So this is the moon, as you can see here, like that. It's probably 12 or 11 day old moon. Then the overlay, which is this cellophane, comes on top of it, acetate, and shows the names of the features. And now we have books, even the Donald Menzel, that older book, shows that better without being so cumbersome and big. But anyway, it's a pretty book. You can have it if you want. By Terry Legault and Serge Bernier, French originally. Nice book. If you can get it cheap, under £40, £30, that's good. So these are all the books that you can have and you can enjoy when you have a new telescope.